Whether this is right or wrong, I'm actually very critical of the decisions that my grandmother made and my mother made as Black women trying to navigate what Black women have to navigate. I had a comment on here earlier that was like, I was talking about Black hair, and she was like, but these institutions made it impossible for Black women to love themselves. And, they were just doing that out of survival. And I'm like, and it was still the wrong decision. It's always the wrong decision to do something that is at a compromise to yourself. Always. Always. It's not an easy decision. It's not the obvious decision. But anytime, no matter what the consequence was, that I compromised myself, I later regretted it. And when I look back on those middle school moments, those high school moments where I was just so desperate to please a teacher or an administrator, or I was just so desperate to fit in with a group of friends, I always later regretted it. And I can look back on those moments with grace, with care, and say, I see where I went off track. I see where I got it wrong. And going forward, I'm not going to do that. I see how that hurt me in the end. So going forward, I'm not going to do that. I think that's a powerful thing to do. It does not mean that you don't have grace. It means that you learned. There is a reason why I'm not friends with anybody that I went to high school with. There's a reason why I barely stayed in touch with people that I went to college with, right? Like, none of those people are in my life because they met a version of me where I was only trying to please them and assimilate to them and be accepted by them instead of working on discovering myself. And of course, that's what your 20s are for. Your 20s are for self-discovery. I know a lot of people think we're supposed to have it all figured out, but honestly, life is about self-discovery, and it doesn't stop in your 20s. You find that out when you turn 30 and 40 and 50. And I'm hearing every generation of women saying, oh, still discovering myself, right?